How about that apple? What's up, Rayne? How's it going?
Hey, what's up? It's going good. I'm on my way to work, just taking it a mile at a time, I guess.
Yeah, happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day, yeah.
Are we supposed to not be working on Labor Day? I thought we were not supposed to be working. I'm not sure.
Well,
I was working earlier. You going in for your closing tonight?
Yeah, I'm bartending tonight, so I get to have the pleasure of a 6-hour minimum shift.
Are you in the car right now?
Yeah, I am. So you're my Bluetooth, but I can hear you fine.
So, Rayne, dude, it's been a millennia.
Yeah, it has. When are you gonna come back and visit everybody again?
Honestly, man, I miss Prosper. I didn't even know how good I had it, honestly, because I had Bradley, who we were pretty much raised together, in Louisville. He just pretty much you have Joaquin there, and he was the guy that was always giving me trouble, because I was eating dead chicken on the line. Then Joaquin would be showing me oh, we have all this loss. I'm just that's not my fault. It's not the chicken. But he would be. One time, Joaquin tried to fire me. He tried to fire me for eating chicken on the line. Do you remember that? It was right near Christmas time. And Bradley said no.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I have none of that protection here. None of it. I am a new person. That's what I hate. And restaurants,
yeah.
Everybody hates me, cause I wear my flare, and they don't give out flare there. So it's San Antonio, and it's it's a good location. It's not a rampant crime or anything. But there's this they're super strict about everything. Super strict about everything. Every standard, they're super strict about it. I don't know why, but they only have one service pro, and they only have 3 to-go specialists, and they have the to-go specialists have what do you call it? A set schedule?
Yeah, a set schedule. Yeah, they're the leads. Yeah.
Yeah, and when the coronavirus happened, everybody didn't have a job, but they had a job. So
right, yeah.
when I came back, then their arrogance was times 20. I mean, I've never seen to-go specialists like this. You, super cool. Louisville, me in Maryland, we chatted up. These to-go specialists are Regina George and the plastic.
Oh, no,
they
no,
literally
no.
are like that.
Yeah,
you bump into them accidentally and it's over. I'm
people definitely have to humble themselves when they're working in a position that requires more skills, because if you let it get to your head, you're going to end up treating everybody like dirt. And I'm okay with people being confident in their skill set and being confident in what they do and knowing that they're good at their job. But once that confidence starts turning into unreasonable arrogance and you stop being a decent person, that's what I have a problem with.
I don't know how it even happens, because we're all still working people, It's not we're billionaires. How does that happen?
Right, you're still having to work an hourly job and rely on tips to pay your bills just like I do, and you're not irreplaceable.
Yeah.
You messed up too much, or you catch an attitude with the wrong manager on the wrong day, and bye, that's your job,
Yeah.
We've had some similar things starting to happen in our to-go department as well. But hopefully it's getting worked out.
I mean, this whole COVID crisis has ended everything. Do you think we'll ever go back to normal again? Go back to normal. Do you think we'll ever do that again?
I think that as soon as they can provide that's such a hard question. I think as soon as they can provide, a solution to the pandemic with the vaccine, and without that having to be a focal point of political issues, you have maskers and anti-maskers now, and it's such a political thing that it's turning everyone on their head. Well, I want to make a statement about my rights. I shouldn't have to wear a mask. But it's people in other areas of the world were wearing masks when it was just a common flu, because they knew that if they didn't, they could infect other people with it, So it's not as if oh, they want to take away our rights and they want to control us. First of all, America has been doing that to everybody since the dawn of time. So it's not as if it's anything different. And then if you're so worried about them taking away your rights, why don't you just vote for the correct people? Because it starts locally.
The correct people. Who are the correct people?
Oh shit! Look, you got me there. Because right now.
Yeah, I'm just asking questions. I'm not trying to get anybody. Because like seriously, it's making me think about all of this stuff. You know, that's how communist politics started. Because I started thinking about this stuff. Not to like counter what you said, because I really agree with what you said. Like people were wearing masks before. It wouldn't have been a big deal except how it happened, okay? And that's what politicized it. And you know why? Both parties were trying to keep it from happening, you know? Trump was like, you know, we're going to get it cleared up by Easter. And then he was like, okay, well, I'm not even going to wear a mask. And then he was like, oh, it's like the flu. Let's just inject ourselves with disinfectant. Like he was saying all kinds of shit. None of it was making sense because he's stupid as fuck. But the media, they were kind of just like, you know, peeing and hawing about it. They're like, oh, what is this? It's like the swine flu. It's like H1N1. And then it hit here. And all of a sudden, they realized that they could take this economy that Trump was talking about was so good, and they could put it in the toilet immediately. And they went all in on it. You don't think so, Rayne? You don't think? Because Trump, that's all Trump says. It's the best economy in the entire world, right? That was his re-election campaign, right there.
Oh yeah.
And the Democrats just thought, let's just fucking push it down the toilet. So then they started pushing for mandates in unconstitutional ways, and that's what scared me. That's what concerns me, is that the only way you get a mandate is through. Okay, so you know the judicial, executive, and legislative branches. So the legislative branch legislates. The executive branch executes the orders according to the legislative branch's will. And the judicial branch polices that. You know what I'm saying? And they have checks and balances. That's how our system works. You can't have a mayor all of a sudden. I know. So, I mean, everybody was wearing masks, but like here in this country, we have a system, you know, the Constitution and all that, and it was kind of just like, you know, we just skipped to the end, and that was scary. Don't you think? I mean, do you think that? Do you agree or disagree with that?
I don't necessarily disagree with the fact that it was scary. I think that they used scare tactics to, you know, influence the nation. I think that had we not had those mandates in place, it might have been worse. I think that the way that they're handling the pandemic, especially here in America, is definitely the wrong way to go about it. I mean, other countries did mandates within their own, you know, political organization, or you know, their public and their people followed those mandates, and they saw a drop in cases. They saw, you know, the economy coming back once they were, you know, after quarantined and whatnot. I mean, it's really, really hard to say that, you know, constitutionally we shouldn't have had mandates the way that they did, blah, 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 when there's human lives at risk. And, you know, because this is, I don't know, it's a really hard thing. Like, yes, constitutionally, on the very basic level of constitutionality, they probably went about it the wrong way. But was it necessarily, I guess, justified is the easiest word I can find. I mean, yeah. I think so.
I know what you're saying. Like, we were trying to get to the, you know, best possible outcome for, like, you know, to save lives and stuff like that. But the thing is, with these two parties in charge, they're constantly doing shenanigans, okay? And so we just skipped the Constitution, and then we gave it to these parties, and now, like, that's the thing. Like, if it wasn't for these two parties, we probably could have done that, and there would be no politicization, you know. But these two parties, like, they chomp at the bit of that shit. They're like, oh, an opportunity for corruption. So it's just like, that's what scares me too. Is like, these two parties will Every opportunity given.
Yeah, they're addicts to chaos. You know, they're like
They are.
zombies. They just themselves.
Nancy Pelosi.
You know, we've had.
Did you hear about the salon setting her up? She literally said that. Like, literally nothing is ever their fault, dude. Nothing's ever their fault. Everybody else is lazy. Everyone else has to wear masks. Oh my god, it's just so fucking retarded. Like, they're the problem. So,
Yeah,
I'm sorry to talk
why,
over you.
Why would they get in trouble for things? You know, like they're the ones in power. They're the ones that have the authority. They're the ones who have most influence over the, you know, people of this nation. They say something, even if it's not based in fact or in truth, and then people run wild with it, and they just don't do their own research, and they don't learn.
So,
but that's the American way.
Yeah. Thought experiment, Rayne. Thought experiment. So, what if Shuri had her, so you want her to be the new Black Panther, right? And because, I mean, she is of royal blood. She is the sister of, you know, Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa. I even forgot his name, because, like, honestly, it was kind of boring. I liked the concept of it, but it was too right-wing for me. You know, they had a wall, and, you know, they were, you know, trying to have a challenge. But you know what? We specifically and clearly saw who the leader was, right? And why he was the leader, you know, in that movie. So that was good. Marvel's always good with plot, and they're always good with character development. So if you want Shuri to be the new Black Panther, how are you going to develop her character to fit into the shoes of the Panther without a contest? How would it go for you?
So, taking away Darwinism and taking away males' influence over Hollywood dramatics.
All males' influence, even the good males? What about the males of the North?
Just listen. So,
okay.
In canon, in the comics, she is the next Black Panther. Now, when it comes to ritual combat, because a lot of the arguments that I see about her not being the right choice for it is, oh, well, the male audience isn't going to like it.